All right, let's try this out. I've got my trusty unboxing thing here. We've got a package from, it says Cook and Becker, which is the people that MCDM have used to make the Ajax edition. So we're going to be unboxing that today. I didn't look at all about how this works. There is something to be said about having to do this one-handed. Alrighty, let's pull this out. Let's pull out. Pretty well packaged. Here we are. Ajax edition, looking like a gigantic book. This is my hand for scale. I've got a pretty big hand too, so it's pretty huge. It's kind of like if you were to take a placemat, like a very large one that's about that size. So let's go ahead and see what's going on in it. Now, I was very happy to get the Ajax edition. I was late to the Kickstarter party for Draw Steel, or the MCDM RPG as it was once called. But I was checking on it later down the line, a couple weeks after the Kickstarter had started, and I noticed that one of the Ajax editions was available, and seems somebody had undone their bid for it. So I jumped on it immediately. So I was, unless that happened again later, I was the last person to get an Ajax edition. So I'm pretty happy to have one now. Let's get this out of the way. Sword is nice and like chromatic, almost like a prismatic effect. It reflects the light really well. Looks like it's doing that on video as well. So opening it up. Ajax the Invincible, the Iron Saint, big art here. It looks like it is fully attached to the box, but holy crap, what a box. Comes with this coin. I'm gonna use my sword to get my coin. All right, hopefully we get focus here. Looks like a ram over some continents, a world map there. And on the other side we have Procede Volaciter et Frange Res. I don't know what that means. But this kind of cool background effect. This coin is actually fairly light. If you see all this detail, that's metal that's not there, making this lighter. It is solid metal, seems to be brass. I don't know metal, so I don't know why I'm trying to make a claim when I don't know what I'm doing. Set that right over there. And this letter. This is a linen paper. First thing is that this is just, it feels very nice, and it has this ram, which, let's see. Let's break this seal. I feel like I'm on Taskmaster. Sorry for getting it all up in the camera. I'm not a professional. This is just the beginning. Be not overwhelmed. Yes, the responsibility you have assumed is great, but you are not alone. You join a great endeavor, but you feel far distant from our command and control operation on the Chrysopolis. You feel isolated, with a great burden placed upon you. But you are not alone, as you will see. You are part of a great network committed to bringing order to a chaotic world, a world that desperately needs order, strength, a world that will be better for your efforts. You may be far from the Chrysopolis, but truly it is we who are far from you. You are the expert in your territory, not I. You were born there, lived there your whole life. You know the challenges you face better than I, or Mortem, or Mandrake ever could. Truly, even if I were standing beside you with the full weight and fury of the flying city at my back, the first thing I would do is ask you for advice. What do you recommend? What do you counsel? The people call me invincible, but history shows no one who claims that title holds it long. There is nothing invincible about our movement, nothing inevitable about our victory. We must work for it, daily and always. We can only succeed with the help of loyal partners like you. Do not think these are empty words. I am Ajax. I do not speak idly, and I reward those who are loyal to me. You were one of the first who believes. I was the last of the first who believed, but still. Therefore, enclosed within this missive is the coin of command, given only to those with vision. While you carry it, the war dogs will obey you without question. Do not hesitate to use it. Peace is just another word for inaction. If you look about you and you see the people standing idle, deploy the war dogs. Remind the people who their master is. You. You have the power now. The only sin you can commit in my service is not using it. There are glorious days ahead. I have great faith in you. There will be future missives as our movement grows. Until then, be as unyielding as iron. Ajax of Phedros, the Chrysopolis, procede volestater et frange res. I know French, I don't know Latin. That's a very cool, very cool message from Ajax. I got a I got a letter from Ajax, and it kind of shows you like how he became a leader. Like he's using good leadership skills. He's saying, hey, I am putting the power in you. I trust you. He's showing humility and vulnerability at the same time, exalting power and control and movement, making sure that we're not idle. Anyway, I'll read into that later. So I've got my coin of command here. So that is the motto, I could say. Seize the day, but Ajax. Let's move on. So this cutaway, very nice materials for this. Starting off at the top right, love the map. Well, I don't know if I love it yet. I haven't looked at it. Ajax of Phedros. Oh, I said Phedros, but you know what? It was in cursive, so I'm going to be kind to myself there. See if I can pull this out or if there's some tape. It doesn't look like there's tape stopping it, so maybe I'm just bad at this. People who are smart would have a stand before they start this. But you know what? One day I will be among their ranks, but today I am not. We'll talk. We'll do that one later. Oh my gosh. It really is in there. Don't let anybody think that this wasn't well packed. Draw steel table dice. All right, looking like a tea packet. Extra dice to share with your players as you begin your draw steel adventures. All right, let's open that up. Opening it right now. All right. And to anybody who is 9 minutes into this video still watching, you know, the three of you, really happy you're here. Don't subscribe. I'm probably not doing anything after this. So here you've got the D10, D20s, where instead of being a D20, it counts up to 10 twice, so you can still have the nice dodecahedron feel. So roll those and get tier 2 result, 12. Hopefully I would have some bonuses to put that up. Some D6s, or are these D3s? These are D3s. These are D6s that just count up to 3 twice. So that's quite a few dice there. That's actually, if you look at the sets, that's 4 sets of dice for your players. So I think that there are dice for the director, but then you have 4 sets of player dice, and that's really nice because D10s. I don't like the shape of the standard D10, but I love the 2D10 D10. Now I tried to hold it. Here we go. So opening up this box, I think that this might be the Ajax of Phaedros miniature. So you've got his seal there. And I can see that it's one that I'm going to have to assemble. That's okay. I have quite a few miniatures over there on my shelf. A lot of them are still gray. Don't judge. It just happens. Happens to men of a certain age. Seems to be a resin, but I'm not going to be opening this on camera, so we'll just see. It looks, yeah, it's going to be this picture, but in miniature form. So we'll set the miniature over here in this box. I always think I'm going to keep these boxes for something. I never do because, well, I do, but then I don't do anything with it because it's a box. Here's a cloth map. You can't feel this, but this is kind of a thick cloth. It's it feels almost the thickness of like a leather, except it is a cloth map, and it smells really good. It smells like parchment and vaguely of like Spirit Halloween costumes, that kind of like chemically smell you get on the inside of a mask, but not in a bad way, even though that's pretty much only a bad thing. The Protectorate of Guile, or Jill. This is Vasloria. Let's see, what can we find on here? Great Fen, Grade, Aindrim, Cornwell, Olveria, Sednia, Tull, Sarda, Roll. Oh, we've got Castle von Glauer. The great model, Thread Count von Glauer, lives there. Set this over here. Moving on, we've got, this is a DM screen. It's very nice. On the outside, it has this embossed gold that's inset. You can feel it, and then when you go on this side, it has that well, just by looking at it, you can probably tell what it feels like. But sorry that I don't have fantastic resolution, but these are the things that are on the inside. Coin of Command is here? All right, dope. And on the full art to show it, it is Ajax with his wings spread out. I wonder how he got the wings. I know that Ajax, he's got the jade hand in this image. If you guys don't know anything about Ajax, he is kind of the take on, like, if Alexander the Great was a player character and decided to, like, not only conquer, but go and find the most powerful items and min-max. He's like a conquering min-maxer. So he goes to these other places and he's like, hey, like, I have only so much power in and of myself, but if I get the jade hand of that desert place that I can't remember the name of, then that'll give me powers in this. If I get the wings of, of Carthronax, then that'll give me powers over here. So he is basically a max level PC, maybe even over level, that has simply, sorry about the black, I'm trying to pull out the books, who has simply collected the best magic items and now is a menace to the world. He has so much drive. It's sad to see him not put it to something useful, like, I don't know, crocheting. As I try and pry free, as you saw earlier, these are really packed in there. It has this like soft, not even soft, it's kind of like a hard pack foam, kind of like what a green version of this is sometimes in like plants, or the plants use them to like hold water, except this is like if you were to take that and turn it up 2 notches of density. So let's go ahead and take our sword. This sword is actually what is the name? Nightblood. Nightblood from the book Warbreaker. A really good book and a really fun sword. And I'm glad that he's growing up now because his shtick was wearing on me after a couple of books, the sword that is. And the fact that he's getting character growth is actually nice because, like I said, his shtick was getting a little old after like the fourth book. All right, so we've got these. I think these are limited editions. These are leather bound. It feels like you can see that there. It looks like a wallet. Book 1, Book 2, Heroes and Monsters. Hopefully, when more books are released, it'll say Book 3. I doubt it, but maybe they will. They're good people, I think. Actually, I don't know them, so maybe I shouldn't judge people's goodness based off of relationships on the internet. And if you're still here 16 minutes in, don't try and get in a relationship with me. See, we've learned. So these books, very thick. The whole thing is a very sleek style. I think this is one of my favorite styles of book where like quality of material speaks more than the fanciness of the cover. Not that I don't like fancy covers, but I think that while I like those, I prefer this. So moving up to the here, ooh, it's a lot of red. Now this paper inside is a nice. It feels thin for a book page, and if you know things about printing, that means that it costs more. Thick paper is cheaper. Maybe not to ship, but overall it is. So, very vibrant, well printed. You can see the coloring on this page just like pops out at you. I think I'm running out of things to talk about, except for the one thing that I couldn't open. That looks very cool. And that was this. We're going to try this. All right, I am currently trying to push it. There we go. So you can see that. Now, even here, I'm getting it stuck. This is the Ajax dice. A little disappointed that you can see them. I thought it was supposed to be invincible, but you know what? It is what it is. They definitely look really cool. And again, it's that style that I really like, the 2D10 and the 2D3 built in. When I say 2D3, when you roll 1, you're not rolling 2. It's just that it's 2D10 twice instead of 2D10. So this is the hand of... Oh! That says the hand of Kukai. Dice box there. Finally got it. Maybe that's what that jade hand is called, the jade hand of Kukai. I will say, though, I don't understand what separates them in quality. I'm not a big dice head. They fit well in. They look good, and I guess that's it. So we've got our Ajax dice, some player dice, 2 well-made books. We've got a really cool box with some good art in it. Here we've got the sleeve for the books. We have our Ajax the Invincible Mini. We have a written letter from Ajax, the Coin of Command. We have the really cool DM screen with useful information and a cloth map of Asloria. Well, that'll do it. Thanks a bunch. Hopefully 3 people see this. Have a good day.